Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Alan Wake. So, continuing where we left off, we are in the overlap. So, Mulligan and Thornton have taken the clicker from the Cult of the Trees headquarters and are keeping it away from us, so we have to find it. But in order to do so, we have to navigate our way to them. So just like with the overlap that we used to get to Nightingale, which kind of just looped over and over in a circle, this one is probably the same instance, except we're just in a different location, and there's probably going to be differences in how we figure out how to get to where we need to go. So let's keep going and try to see if we can find them.
Dark past.
It's cold. I'm tired. Logan? Logan! I'm here! Logan! The story is trying to take Logan. I can still stop this. I need the clicker.
Anderson, the trick. He has it now.
Wake? I saw him this way in the other overlap. It's a loop. Just like before. This is a nightmare. I can't get through that. I need to look for another way through.
I mentioned in the last video that you can probably see the body of the woman who works at the tackle shop, and we actually just passed by her. She is right beside the sauna house, and it's quite possible that they thought that she was dead, but she was actually alive, because in order to get to the sauna house, you have to walk down the pathway. So she probably walked down the pathway and came out there and thought that she could get some help, but ended up collapsing and dying before she could do so. I wasn't expecting to see any cult members down here, but it's quite possible that they were people that were caught in the crossfire, that they were in the basement area when Mulligan and Thornton came down there as taken and ended up becoming puppets as well. Was that a young Thor or a young Odin? Or could it have possibly have been Ati? Because the song that is playing to help us kind of navigate the pathways sounds a lot like the song that we hear him, Ati, singing in the bar when we first get to Watery. So I'm wondering if they're the same or if this is possibly a different song that the Anderson brothers did as their first gig before they became big rock stars.
Okay. Going down.
Still trapped. The human.
Trapped how? What does that mean?
Ilma Koskela stood in front of the small gathering of Coffee World employees and bikers. He read from a piece of paper. Mocha was a wonderful moose who deserves a place of honor in the hall of the Calavella Knights. His skull will become the crown of the Grand Master, the dead brought back to life. There was polite applause. After the service, Ilmo had the body hauled off to be turned into moose steaks. Mulligan and Thornton were told to get the head cleaned. They both grabbed an antler. What the hell, Thornton? I got it, Mulligan. They brought the skull into the workshop to boil it and bleach it. They grumbled. Wanted to just get it fucking done. It was just a stupid animal. But I guess moose steak is never a mistake, huh?
So the trick to this fight is that anytime that you kill Thornton or anytime that you kill Mulligan, they will come back to life and they'll come out of the well. So, in order to defeat them, these swirling balls of light that you see everywhere, you have to basically take care of them. So, you have to cleanse the area, and that keeps them from reappearing after you killed them.
There must be a way to stop them. This is working. There. Next time they won't be coming back.
Show me the bitch who's boss! Saga Anderson, listen.
Wake?
I've been tricked. Scratch wrote. I tried to fix the story, but has it now. It's the key to escape.
What do you mean, escape? You're already out. So is Scratch.
I'm making progress. I wrote to be the story's hero. Save her family. Save us all.
Save her family? Are you talking about my family?
Yes, you know it's working. You just need to keep going.
Did you put my family in the horror story? I keep seeing him in overlaps, but he's already out. Are these visions coming from the past, when he was still trapped in the dark place? I have the clicker. I can stop this nightmare.
I hear your tears at night.
Wake said he could use the clicker to undo the horror story. I need to get back to Bright Falls, to Casey and Wake. I should check in with Casey.
Now that we have the clicker and Mulligan and Thornton have been taken care of, what I'm going to do now is basically explore the trailer park because the water for the trailer park has receded. So we'll be able to look at any of the other trailers, but I don't think that I'd be able to get into the one that has like a lock that says bolt cutter on it. I noticed it earlier when we were running through there. I don't think I can get through it right now because I don't have a bolt cutter, so I'll have to come back. But it's basically for now, we're just going to be completing anything that we haven't finished before we leave this area. And then I'll probably come back here before the end of the game just so that I can make sure that we got everything, like all of the stashes, all of the supplies, anything like that. So from here until a little bit closer to the end, we're just going to be exploring this area and picking up anything we missed.
Come on, Casey. No answer. David. Pick up, pick up, pick up.
Hey, this is David. Leave a message.
David, can you call me back, please? It's urgent. Please.
Why isn't David answering? Is Logan all right? How does this all work? Has the horror story already gotten her? Wake should know.
See what the water was like. Well, now there's less monsters. can't be opened on this side. More of those rhymes.
So we have another nursery rhyme here about the fisherman, possibly a continuation of the one that's by the lighthouse. So I'm going to use the dolls that we found by the lighthouse and try to see if I can solve it.
What the hell? This is ridiculous.
I did not expect to be able to get that type of animation in this game. Like, I'm sure that there's probably a bunch of them. I know with Nightingale, I basically shone my flashlight in his face, but that was pre finding flares and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I think there's an achievement for it, but I have to do it like a few more times.
I need to get the clicker to wake and close this damn case before my family gets dragged any further into it. No. Another cult box.
I don't have the key.
Before we leave the trailer park, there was one more stash that I didn't have the key for, and I couldn't figure out where the key was, but I looked it up and it's right next to it. It's literally on top of a meter that was attached to a pole. And so I have to walk up a little platform on the side and then look on top of the meter and it's right there. But I wasn't expecting it to be that close. I thought it would be somewhere else.
Another locked box.
So we should have everything in these areas. I'm not going to say it's 100% because more than likely we're probably going to need to come back here later just to see if there's any differences in terms of like areas that we can access and with different tools that we receive as we get further along. But for now, let's go ahead and head back into watering because we have a screwdriver, and the screwdriver will allow us to get into a building that's right behind the bar that we weren't able to get in before. And that has, I think, another riddle in it. Because I think it's another place where the FPC had kind of set up shop.
Bailey ran around the corner as the street lamps flickered and went off. It was in front of him, a glitching cloud, a dark, boiling monster. Looking at it felt like what a stroke must feel like. He was sick with fear. He fell. The dark presence ripped into him, swallowed him, filled his lungs and his brains with dark water. Bailey saw a snarling face in the darkness. Then he realized it was his own face. He was snarling. He was standing in the street in the dark, and he was snarling. He was snarling, he snarled. The monster was gone. The darkness coiled around him in tatters and wisps. He was the monster now filled with rage. He was the monster now filled with rage, he shouted.
Hello.
Oh, another rhyme.
This one is fairly easy. We just need to go and pick up the doll of the woman. It's located here in the kitchen, but we can also read some notes along the way. This one is basically talking about maid in waiting. The researchers aren't really sure if they're getting it correctly because they've tried some iterations, but it doesn't seem like it's working. So this is a list of the locations that are currently here in Watery that are test sites. We've done a couple of them, like the lighthouse and the trailer park, and I think we did the two that were in the forest. But in order to get some of the other ones, we probably need to come back with like bolt cutters and also wait for the water to recede. So I think we should be able to visit those areas, but I'll do that in another video after we finish with an Alan chapter.
Okay. Oh, damn. I can use this charm on my bracelet.
With that being said, we're getting close to the end of the video, so I'm going to go ahead and say my goodbyes now. So thank you so much for joining us. Just like I said in the last video, I'm going to be switching between both Saga's chapters and Alan's chapters. So I'm going to do Saga's first, then switch to Alan, and then go back to Saga. So in the next video, we're going to be joining Alan on his storyline, and we're going to go back to the Dark New York so we can try to figure out a way to get out of the novel and also to solve the mystery of what's going on with Alice. So again, thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Quite the show that artsy fella put on today, eh?
I loved it. I had half a mind to come down and start dancing.
Oh, why didn't you? You've got to grab life's gifts while you can.
Yako, we're going to a cool guy's house to drink some brewskis. Are you coming? No, Ilmo. I'm very busy wearing a turtleneck and drinking wine. Like an asshole. Oh dear, I know what Yako needs. Alma beer to the rescue! Bring out your inner Wolverine with Alma beer. Wow, this is the best party ever. Thanks, Alma beer. Alma beer is a traditional Finnish lager, and we drink it the Finnish way. At the bar while actively avoiding small talk with strangers. getting blackout drunk on a boat during midsummer, and trying not to drown. In the sauna, using your beer can to hide your pippeli from wandering eyes. Partaking in the Finnish tradition of kalsarikännit, drinking at home alone in your underwear with no intentions of going out.
It's not sad if it's intentional.
Alma Beer, your Finnish drinking adventure starts here.
Have a nice evening.
In the sauna, using your beer can to hide your pippeli from wandering eyes. Partaking in the Finnish tradition of kalsarikännit, drinking at home alone in your underwear with no intentions of going out.
It's not sad if it's intentional.